Hey everyone, this isn't my normal video, so it's not my normal intro. So this is going to be my bracket reveal video for the 2024 March Madness season. So without further ado, we are going to get straight into it. I'm not going to waste any more time here. We're going to start filling it out, and we're going to go we're going to go from this region right here all the way down here, and then back up to here and down here. And we're going to do that through the round 32 and the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 through the Final 4. Let me write in one more team real quick here because I forgot to write in one team. Give me 1 second. Okay, I got it down. I forgot to write down one team in my paper bracket. So I got my paper bracket here. I'm going to be following that. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first matchup is going to be UConn versus Stetson. UConn, the Huskies will handle the Hatters fairly well, I think. This is one of the top 4 games I was most conflicted with. I'm going to get to all those top 4 later on in this video. However, I ended up picking Florida Atlantic, the Owls, over the Wildcats. I was thinking about picking the Wildcats, but I think the Owls' metrics are just a lot better than the than Northwestern here. UAB, the Blazers versus the Aztecs. We're going to say the Aztecs beat the Blazers. This is probably going to be the least likely 12/5 that people pick, in my opinion, at least. So now we got Auburn and Yale. That's going to be Auburn's game all the way. Tigers handle the Bulldogs. BYU and Duquesne. The committee got very lazy right here with Duquesne. I think Duquesne actually should have been like a 13 seed. So we're picking BYU. The Cougars handle the Dukes of Duquesne. Illinois versus Morehead State. Yeah, Final Illini will handle Morehead State. A lot of people said Morehead State might upset the Final Illini, but I think Illinois will handle them. Here's my first technical upset. I consider anything with a 2 seed or more departure an upset. We're taking the Bulldogs of Drake in this one over the Cougars of Washington State. I think it's the Cougars of Washington State. There's a lot of Cougars in this one. Older women dating younger men. Okay, back to reality here, Steven. Iowa State and South Dakota State. Yeah, it's the Cyclones game all the way. We're taking them over the Fighting Jackrabbits of South Dakota State. It's not their year. Summit was weak this year. North Carolina versus the winner of Howard and Wagner. Yeah, UNC is going to handle that one. Mississippi State and Michigan State. Sparty Party, baby! Michigan State takes down Mississippi State. Here is another one of the 4 I was very conflicted with. It was St. Mary's and Grand Canyon. I ended up going with St. Mary's here. That may really come back to haunt me there, but you know what? I think St. Mary's can handle Grand Canyon well enough, even though Grand Canyon might win that game though. Alabama and Charleston. A lot of people are going to be picking Charleston, the Cougars, again. But I'm going to be picking the Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, with their offense. I think their offensive power is just going to be too much for Charleston there. Here is New Mexico versus Clemson. My first 11/6, which means I have another one coming up soon. New Mexico defeats Clemson. Hint, hint, they're actually favored to win this game, so it's technically not an upset, but seeding-wise it is. Baylor and Toothpaste University. Toothpaste University is going to be getting cavities again in the March Madness tournament. Baylor Bears. Dayton and Nevada. Nevada was favored, and I felt like I should have another 10/7, even though Dayton's in my conference, which is the A10. But I think Dayton should have been either an 8 or a 9 seed. So we're going to be taking the Wolfpack of Nevada here to advance past the Flyers. Sorry, Dayton. In Arizona and Long Beach State, yeah, Wildcats should be able to handle them fairly easily. I got Arizona moving on. Houston and Longwood. Sorry, Longwood. Longwood. We're taking yet another Cougar. But yeah, Longwood's a Virginia team, so sorry guys. Nebraska and Texas A&M. We'll go with the Cornhuskers there. I usually like to have 2 8s and 2 9s, which should give you a hint of what my next 8-9 pick is going to be. Wisconsin, James Madison, 12/5. James Madison Dukes over Wisconsin. And speaking of Dukes, Blue Devils over the Catamounts of Vermont. We'll take them. This one I wasn't really too conflicted about. I think NC State's going to just be worn out after playing 5 games in the ACC tournament. So we're going to be taking the Red Raiders of Texas Tech over the Wolfpack of NC State. Kentucky and Oakland. Some people are going to pick 14 seeded Oakland, but I think Kentucky's offensive firepower is going to be way too much for them. So I'm going to be taking the Wildcats over the Golden Grizzlies. Florida versus the winner of Boise State and Colorado. We're taking the Gators here, even though they suffered that major injury to their, I guess, 7'1" or something like that center. I think the Florida Gators can still get it done here. They have another backup center who's like close to 7 feet, like 6'11" or something. I think they can handle them. Marquette versus Western Kentucky. We are going to take the Golden Eagles and Shaka Smart of Marquette here. Purdue versus Montana State and Grambling. I don't think another 16-1 with a playing game is going to happen for Purdue. I think Purdue learned their lesson. We're going to be taking the Boilermakers here. Utah State and TCU. Like I said, I usually like to have 2 8s and 2 9s. I only have 1 9. Now I have 2 9s. TCU Horned Frogs should take down the Utah State Aggies. Ryan Odom's former team. Now he's at my alma mater, VCU. So, yeah. Here is the third of 4 I was very conflicted on. Really thought about taking McNeese State here. However, McNeese State is in a very, very weak Southland Conference. They pretty much steamrolled over everyone. I don't think they played enough elite, I guess, opponents to take down the Bulldogs. We're going to take Gonzaga here. Here is my big upset right here. This is probably the 13/4 that people are going to pick the most if there was a 13 to beat it for. And we're going to be taking the Bulldogs of Samford over the Kansas Jayhawks here. I think they can get it done. And we got another 11/6 here. We got the Ducks over the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Yeah, I think the Ducks are going to be riding high on their Pac-12 championship win over Arizona, and I think they're going to ride that to the round of 32. Creighton and Akron, that should be an easy win for the Jays of Creighton. Texas versus the winner of UVA and Colorado State. I think Colorado State can get past UVA. Either way, we're going to be taking Texas here. I think Texas can win that game pretty easily. And we have Tennessee and St. Peter's. Yeah, Vols over Peacocks. Oh, Kansas and Samford was, by the way, if I didn't mention it, the 4th out of 4 games that I was the most conflicted on. So we have our round of 32 set. How many 2-seed or more departure upsets do I have? I got Nevada, New Mexico, Oregon, Samford, Drake, and James Madison. That's 6. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Okay, this region right here, we're going to go, the Sweet 16 is going to be very chalky. Connecticut will handle the Owls of Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic is not going to get back to the Final Four, not on UConn's watch. And honestly, if Auburn was not in UConn's region, I probably would have had them potentially going to the Final Four. That should give you a hint of what I'm going to pick there. But we are going to be taking the Fighting Illini over the Fighting Mormons of BYU, a.k.a. the God School. And Drake and Iowa State. Really thought about picking Drake to beat Iowa State here, but I don't think it's going to happen after that Big 12 championship that Iowa State got. We got the 1, 2, 3, and 4 advancing in the, is it the East region? Yeah, it's the East region. North Carolina and Michigan State, a lot of people are probably going to be picking Michigan State and Sparty Party here, but I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to be taking North Carolina to advance to the Sweet 16 over them, and we will be taking the Crimson Tide to beat St. Mary's. Once again, I don't think St. Mary's has competed against too many powerhouses to beat Bama, and the thing is, if Grand Canyon does beat St. Mary's, I need some insurance there. So I think if Grand Canyon does beat St. Mary's, and I think Bama will beat Charleston, I think Bama's going to beat Grand Canyon. So I need some insurance there. That's why I have Bama advancing. Here we go. Here is my first of 2 really big upsets. In the round 32, we are taking the Lobos to beat the Bears. 11/3, guys. Been a while since I've done one of those. In Nevada and Arizona, we are going to be taking the Scouts over the Wolfpack of Nevada. So 1-4-11-2. I'm okay with that. We got another upset coming in this region, though. Not right here, though. We are taking the Cougars to beat the Cornhuskers of Nebraska. And this will also not be an upset. Duke should take down James Madison. And if Duke does face Wisconsin, I think they can take them down as well. And Texas Tech and Kentucky really thought about picking Texas Tech there, but I think Kentucky has way too much firepower. We're going to go with the Wildcats over the Red Raiders here. And here's my second of two really big round of 32 upsets. We're taking the Gators, like I said, even though their center is gone. The thing is, the March Madness tournament relies a lot more heavy on guard play. And I think Florida's guards can get it done against Marquette. Marquette has a history of early exits under Shaka Smart. We're taking the Gators over the Golden Eagles here. Boilermakers should get past TCU. Sorry, Sanford, you're not going to get past the Bulldogs here. I think Gonzaga can make it to the make it back to the Sweet 16. Creighton is not going to let Oregon's Pac-12 championship phase them. We got the Jays moving on, along with the Volunteers over the Longhorns, Tennessee over Texas. Sweet 16 is set. UConn and Auburn, like I said, I kind of gave you a hint of who I was picking there. We are also going to pick a 3 over 2. Not really an upset, but still seed-wise, I guess technically a small upset. We're going to pick the Fighting Illini over Cyclones there of Iowa State. UNC over Bama. Yeah, that's going to end Bama's run. They won't get past UNC. I don't think they won't get anywhere past the Sweet 16, I don't think. And we're going to be taking Arizona over the Lobos, ending their Cinderella run. So I got a 1-2 there and a 1-3 there. We're going to have another one here. Houston Cougars over the Duke Blue Devils, and we're going to be taking the Wildcats over the Florida Gators there. So I got a 1-3, a 1-3, and a 1-2, and we are going to have another 1-2 here. We got the Boilermakers advancing past Gonzaga. Yeah, Gonzaga's not going to make it past Purdue. I think Purdue learned their lesson from last season. And I got Tennessee going past Creighton. A lot of people are probably going to be picking Creighton. A lot of people have Creighton going to the Final Four, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Dalton Connect and Tennessee will get it done there. Okay, now to get to my Final Four. UConn over the Fighting Illini for my first Final Four team. And we're going to pick the 2 over 1 here. Arizona advancing over North Carolina. My first Final Four game is set. Connecticut and Arizona there. The Cougars are going to make it to the Final Four yet again, except they're not a 5 seed this time. And we're going to have another 2 over 1 here. Tennessee gets past Purdue, and we got a 1-2 and a 1-2, 2 1 seeds, 2 2 seeds. I'm kind of happy with that. I would have liked 2 1s, a 2, and maybe a 3 or a 4, maybe a Creighton, who knows. But you know what? Like I always say, your first guess is always your best guess. So we're going to stick with what we have. Connecticut and Arizona, the Huskies are on a mission here. We are going to be taking UConn. We're also going to be taking Houston over the Tennessee Volunteers here. So I got Houston back in the championship game. They kind of really got me upset last year. So who am I picking? Drum roll, please. We are going to go with the... Oh, nope. Houston Cougars. I really hope you don't disappoint me again this year. And we are going to be picking them to win 71-67. With their defense, I really don't think it's going to be that high of a score, which is why I have the score that I have. So 138 total points. I'm happy with that. And that is my March Madness bracket, my Yahoo bracket. I hope you all liked what you saw in this video. Let me know what you think about my picks. I think I picked okay, you know. Nothing too crazy, but also nothing too chalky, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, either way, if you liked what you saw in this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. And I'll see you guys next time with another video. This is Steven signing out.